At the end of the 2nd century, the world was drawing towards a time of war, as the Han Dynasty, which had ruled for centuries, lost its influence. Among the great generals, one above all shined with a powerful brilliance. His name was Cao Cao, and he would come to be known as a hero of chaos. After unifying the north of China, Cao Cao decided to proceed south to face Wu, who had extended its influence into the land of Jiandong. Swept up in that momentum, the hermit Sima Yi became fascinated by Cao Cao's genius and agreed to serve under him.
This is such a terrible bother. Someone's going to seize the mandate of heaven. This chaos must come to an end soon. And yet, Cao Cao, a man capable of bringing Yuan Shao to his knees. Surely he can see that the Imperial Han has no future left at all.
Master Sima, watch what you say. Show respect.
I am not here with you by my own will. Ignoring such small complaints would be courteous. What a terrible bother this has turned out to be.
Let our numbers overwhelm them. Our target is Sun Quan. Forward!
My lord, the scouts report a strange altar near the enemy camp.
So Wu have resorted to using magic, have they? There must be someone there casting a spell. Find him!
When the gong rings, the ships will move. Use that as a sign to attack the enemy camp. However, the enemy is sure to do the same. You must be wary while afloat.
Master Pang Tong, as you ordered, the ships have been chained together. But if something happens...
Do not worry. Our might will bring victory. But for that victory, we need a sure place to stand.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Hello? You amuse me greatly.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
My lord, Zhuge Liang has ascended the altar. He appears to be intoning some kind of prayer.
A sleeping dragon? Take some troops and stop it. We shall halt their plan before it starts.
You are alone? I pay tribute to your courage.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
I shall pull back for now, but next time it will not be so easy.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Here it
Need to
comes.
outsmart me? Don't make me laugh.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
A true warrior indeed! You will carry our honor across the land!
You're worthless. The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
The plan will fail if I flee now. The fate of this battle is now in your hands.
Fight alone? Are you brave or a fool? Let us find out!
Now, there's only one other thing for me to do.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
My lord, a strange boat has been sighted on the Musou side of the river. It reeks of oil.
You think that just having a lot of boats is going to save you? Take this! You don't stand a chance fighting against Wu, especially on the water.
Who is the fool that chained the ships together? Fires are spreading across their hulls.
Ah, this is a better sight than I had thought. Master Cao Cao, do not think too badly.
Time to put this base to use in realizing my strategies. Here it comes!
You think to win alone? Learn how wrong you truly are!
You're worthless. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
This is not how I hoped things would play out. I am sorry for the inconvenience. Thank you for your assistance.
So, you are next. I'll crush you.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Your efforts are dazzling. You shall see me shine as well. Yes, even brighter than now.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
You have come to fight me? Let's bring it on!
They're even stronger than I thought.
I am not yet ready to die. I will see you again.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Now that's how it's done. You inspire us all. We weren't clever enough to overcome this threat.
The gods have answered us. We thank you for coming to our aid.
You have defeated many of my men and leaders. Now I shall avenge them. Not yet. My vision is not finished.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
The armies of Wu were nothing to fear. Let us celebrate our victory.
Just as I anticipated.
Well done, Sima Yi. I see that your abilities extend even onto the fields of battle. I'm very impressed by that.
Had it been possible, I would have preferred to do my planning from the rear looking at maps. Instead, I used another approach, since some think with their swords, not their heads.
Even they have their uses. That was not the reason that this victory was bought at such a cost. Our opponents fought well. Too well. You were very close to the battle. Did you not find that to be the case?
Too well? Indeed. Yes, I can only conclude that whoever planned this has exceptional talent.
So tell me, do you still find this chaotic world of ours to be dull?
The one behind Liu Bei, the great Zhuge Liang. What other tricks do you have in store?
Though the Battle of Qibi was won, it did not result in a halt to the war. Instead, the land entered into the Three Kingdoms period, with the three great generals Cao Cao, Sun Quan, and Liu Bei each holding ground. Cao Cao posted Sima Yi, who gained great honor in the previous battle, to the front lines against Liu Bei, who had settled in Shu. Sima Yi was inspired by Cao Cao's ambition and felt something change within himself.
Foolishness! You're saying that the land can survive without the Han or the Emperor?
What good does your knowledge do you? Have you never questioned the antique structures of the past? Take a look back through our history. There are only a few instances when all the land was united under an emperor.
So it is your contention that the need for an emperor comes from the imaginations of the common man?
Men can be ruled by a guiding principle. Let that be what leads them. Then the world would truly change. Sima Yi, will you not join me in remaking this land of ours?
How interesting. I feel as if scales have fallen from my eyes.
They have taken the high ground and put us at a disadvantage. We must take Mount Chaki away from Liu Bei.
troops of Cao Cao. Watch the advantage experience can bring to a battle. Forward! I have come for your head.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Come on, old man. Are you really in that much of a hurry to die?
Your youth and inexperience are as clear as day. You should worry more about yourself.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Ooh, that's great! I'm gonna try that too! Watch me!
Come too far. I cannot lose to an idiot like you.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
You have come as I planned. Alone, you will be easy to deal with.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
We shall pull back as planned.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. Time to put this base to use in realizing my strategies. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Lord Liu Bei is in danger! I shall move to assist him! Hang in there!
My lord! Enemy reinforcements approaching! We are in a most difficult spot. Fight me now, for glory!
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
This one is heroic. I guess I need to pick up the pace.
Here it comes.
I was beaten by a stronger one. Fortune smiles upon me.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Let's go. Please, come with us. We will be the foundation on which you lead the attack.
Men, we must hold him back! It's do or die!
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
I trusted that you would come. I appreciate your assistance.
Come! Feel the weight of my spear!
Now that's how it's done. Inspire us all.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
I shall remember you. Next time we meet, I will be the one who wins.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
No enemy can stand before us. Let us press the advance together.
Forward! We must take Hanzhong and establish Lord Liu Bei as king. Let's go!
Oh, they're even stronger than I thought!
We can't let them pick on us like that!
I have come for your head!
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
We shall attack Liu Bei and drive Shu out of Hanzhong. Advance on Mount Tiandong. This one is heroic. I guess I need to pick up the pace. We have succeeded in taking back Mount Chaki. Now we can concentrate on attacking Shu. Oh, they're even stronger than I thought!
I will fight you!
The gods have answered us. We thank you for coming to our aid.
Neither my heart nor my spear have broken. We shall meet again.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
come for your head!
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Ooh, that's great! I'm gonna try that too! Watch me!
For my friends, for my people, for our future, I cannot lose!
Fight me now! For glory!
Here it comes!
Let's go! Don't leave any of them standing!
I seek a greater future. Though you may mock it, for the sake of that future I will flee.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Liu Bei is pulling out upon Zhang now. We have claimed victory.
Just as I anticipated.
Everything had come to a stalemate as Wei, Wu, and Shu fought back and forth. Amongst all this, Liu Bei's right hand and defender of Jing province, Guan Yu, remained a stubborn problem for both Wei and Wu. Lu Jun of Wu proposed joining forces with Wei in order to counter the threat of Guan Yu, who had become regarded as a fearsome war god. Cao Cao accepted this proposal and sent Sima Yi to Fan Castle. With numerous schemes swirling around, a fierce ambition burned quietly in Sima Yi's soul.
Master Sima Yi, about this plan you devised, do you think that it will succeed?
Indeed, Master Cao Ren. I am not so capricious as to create a plan that is going to fail.
Then I'll fight to the last. They will pass through our lines over my dead body.
Through this battle, I will test my skill. Great warriors have gathered. I'll soon see if I can conquer all my enemies in this battle. Now, onward to Jing! I'll swallow it whole. I will measure my worth by this goal.
Do not let Guan Yu enter Fan Castle. Reinforcements will come. We must hold out until then.
My lord, the enemy is attacking the southern gate.
We're being driven back. We need to try and muster up a counterattack.
Oh, they're even stronger than I thought!
Men, we must hold them back! It's do or die!
I have come for your head.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
I am so ashamed, but I am glad you came.
You think to outsmart me? Don't make me laugh.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
A number of Shu officers are not content with Guan Yu. When the time is right, they will join our side.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Your brilliant performance makes me feel alive.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Now, for glory! The gods have answered us. We thank you for coming to our aid. This appears to be as far as we go. We cannot do the impossible. Fall back to your base for now.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
You believe your wits are a match for mine?
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
This one is heroic. I guess I need to pick up the pace.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Guan Pi, head upriver and alter its course so that the water flows towards Fan Castle.
What a disaster! I have no excuse for troubling you with this rabble.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Don't waste this opportunity. We must use this momentum to press the attack. signal Father spoke of. The time is now!
Look! The bank! They've cut through it! The castle's defenses. Now is our chance to rush the castle.
Here it comes.
Using water to gain an advantage. I applaud you, Guan Yu. But that is as far as you go.
Men can't take much more. We must fall back to the base.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Now, for glory!
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
We have received word from our scouts. An unknown force is approaching.
The enemy has reinforcements! Right! This is more than we can handle!
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Now that's how it's done. You inspire us all.
Face me! I challenge you! Sorry to have kept you waiting. We shall repel the forces of Guan Yu.
We shall attack the common enemy of Wei and Wu. Guan Yu must fall.
Our allies have arrived.
We're being driven back. We need to try and muster up a counterattack.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Fight me now, for glory!
Your brilliant performance makes me feel alive.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
We have endured the worst. Now it is our turn to attack.
Reports from the scouts. Enemy reinforcements are headed this way.
I have come for your head.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Sorry I'm late. I'll be right there, brother.
This blade is the symbol of my duty to the entire army. It shall never fall or be broken.
Are you ready to face me?
We are being driven back. However, we mustn't give in. Forgive me. I had not meant to trouble you so.
You fought well. I salute you.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Guan Yu has fallen. The battle is ours. Our heartfelt thanks go to Wu for their assistance.
Just as I anticipated.
Guan Yu was defeated by Sima Yi's forces, and the tension of Jing province was relaxed. Liu Bei blamed the death of Guan Yu on Wu and led his army to Yiling. However, that battle had no great impact, and the three-way war continued. Sima Yi again returned to the battle at Hanzhong. Before long, armies were flooding out of the Shu capital of Chengdu. If he could win here, Sima Yi would draw a step closer to realizing his dream. He was no longer the lonesome hermit he once was.
I welcome you to this distant country, Lord Cao Pi.
Sima Yi, you have gained my father's trust. But how will you manage? Hanzhong is turbulent, is it not?
It is indeed. But I strive to be guided by the will of your father.
Yes, I see. You must polish every one of your talents, Sima Yi. In battle as well. When the chaos in my father's rule end, I will be depending on you to help me rule this country.
What arrogance. Well, I suppose the same thing might be said of me. Aiding you to help in rebuilding the land. That would be quite interesting. This fire that burns within has grown until I cannot stop it of my own will.
Shu must be taught a lesson. They must never again dare to set foot on this land.
You thought you could do it alone?
You would try to catch us between your forces, Zhuge Liang?
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Neither my heart nor my spear have broken. We shall meet again.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword. Lure them into our trap up front. Let them have the western fortress. This battle will be decided in the center.
They're even stronger than I thought!
You think to outsmart me? Don't make me laugh.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. Come! Feel the weight of my spear! I shall remember you. Next time we meet, I will be the one who wins. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
We must rouse ourselves for this fight!
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Defeat you!
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Me defeated! Me retreat!
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Oh, they're even stronger than I thought!
We cannot do the impossible! Fall back to your base for now!
You have come too far. I cannot lose to an idiot like you.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Look around. You are alone. You know what that means, do you not? I have discovered my own weakness. I must work harder to overcome it.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword. Here it comes! The mind shall vanquish the sword. You're worthless. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
It appears the resistance is futile.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword. Zhuge Liang, I'm glad you're here. I see you're still playing nurse your way, bumbling through.
Yes, and I have gained much from it. But you, do you not tire having to conceal your ambition all the time?
I am surrounded by friends. I shall not lose to one alone.
We shall pull back as planned.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Holding up in a castle is boring. It is time I went out and settled things.
Then I shall go with you.
I seek a greater future. so you may mock it. For the sake of that future, I will flee.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
That was easier than I imagined. Time to return home. We are victorious.
Just as I anticipated.
The long war took a toll on the people and drained the country. Wu had built up a powerful base in the land of Jiangdong, but after a fierce battle against the superior numbers and better arms of Wei, they vanished from the maps. The only enemy remaining was Shu, led by Liu Bei. Breaking camp with the strongest part of his forces, Cao Cao intercepted Liu Bei's army, which had been making repetitive advances from the Hanzhong side. The two generals would now fight it out on the plains of Wuzhang.
The time has come. There are things that have to be decided between you and Zhuge Liang.
I haven't any interest in the likes of Zhuge Liang. Zhuge Liang, you don't possess any vision. I can see far beyond the bounds of strategies. Could you ever feel what I feel? An aching need to create a bright and glorious future of your own design?
Master Sima Yi!
I suppose there's no sense in raging at an opponent who has no passion of his own. Let's go. Shu is going to meet its fate today.
We will defeat Liu Bei and put an end to these wars. This will be the final battle. Prepare well.
We have received reports from all units. The Shu forces are behaving strangely.
Fight me now, for glory!
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
To win alone? Learn how wrong you truly are!
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword. Here it comes! Time to put this base to use in realizing my strategies.
Release! For the glory of Shu and the plans of our Prime Minister, let our arrows pierce way and all who follow it! Split up the men! We'll hit the enemy archers from both sides! They seem to be reading our every move!
My lord, a number of Shu units are setting traps at various bases. We have suffered heavy losses.
Time to put this base to use in realizing my strategies.
The enemy is very strong. We are being forced back.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Amazing! We will have to display our strength as well.
Mind shall vanquish the sword.
Impressive. With you at my side, I have no need to hold back.
I challenge you.
Serves you right.
I was prepared for this possibility.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. Time to put this base to use in realizing my strategies. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
your reputation. Such a display will boost the morale of our troops.
The enemy is very strong. We are being forced back.
Now is the time. Have the reserve troops attack the enemy main camp. You're worthless.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Fight me now, for glory!
You're worthless. The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
We must rouse ourselves for this fight!
Fight me now, for glory!
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
We must rouse ourselves for this fight!
You're worthless. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
I have come for your head.
For my friends, for my people, for our future. I cannot lose.
Enemy has reinforcements! Right! This is more than we can handle!
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
I have come for your head.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Amazing! We will have to display our strength as well.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. I have lost. Then I beg you, bring peace to the people. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Behold, Liu Bei. I shall guide the land to where it must go. Everybody, the land has long been in chaos, but we have freed it. Victory is ours.
Just as I anticipated.
The battle is finished! The chaos has been stilled!
My lord, I offer my congratulations.
We have conquered the enemies that stood in the path of our ultimate victory.
Yes. However, some chaos still lingers. It will take time to dissipate.
There are certain to be those who are not prepared to follow where I would lead them. Sima Yi, you'll be responsible for the West, and you are also to protect Hanzhong.
As my lord commands.
Liu Bei fell at Wuzhang Plains. The period of the Three Kingdoms had been brought to a conclusion by the hand of Cao Cao. Now, everyone envisioned this new age opening up under him. However, the fighting was not at an end. There was one man quietly awaiting his chance to come, a man whose skill was recognized by Cao Cao and polished over many battles. Sima Yi rose to make his move, to stand as the final victor.
It's as I thought. I had the feeling this would happen, that you would turn against our Lord.
Oh? That's interesting. Have you decided what you'll do?
I have dedicated my entire life to the service of beauty. And I find beauty, Sima Yi, in the way that you fight. I am prepared to serve you. Now, let us hear about the beautiful plan you have made.
And what is your choice? Well, if any of you decide that you'd prefer to part company with me, then observe the only path you'll be taking. To victory! I'll rule this land. It will be held by the one who's worthy to reach out and grasp it. The master of a new age must be strong. Let's move. I must seize my destiny. I remember the days I used to pass this gate. Tear it down, along with the memories. Zhao, you are full of surprises. Not that I would have expected anything less from you.
You think to win alone? Learn how wrong you truly are!
You're worthless. The mind shall vanquish the sword. Time to put this base to use in realizing my strategies.
Believe your wits are a match for mine.
You're worthless. We have passed the first stage. Now forward, through the gate and into the enemy. So this is the final gate. A new age awaits us on the other side. We must break through.
Beaten in battle, I have no regrets.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword. Here it comes!
If it's a fight you want, then you've come to the right place.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Well, forgive me then, my fair city. This must be done to vanquish the chaos. For that greater purpose, let these flames raise your fair walls.
You have beaten me. Then I leave the fate of this land with you.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
You fight alone? Are you brave or a fool? Let us find out!
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword. You're worthless. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
The fate of a warrior to test himself against those stronger than him. Master Cao Cao, I challenge you. And for this you join Sima Yi? Chunhua, I know not whether to praise your determination or laugh foolishly.
Time to put this base to use in realizing my strategies.
Think you outsmart me? Don't make me laugh.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword. This is the final stage of the battle. Find Cao Cao. Bring down this so-called hero of chaos. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Amazing! We will have to display our strength as well! So what am I going to do with you?
Wait, I can't lose. I just can't.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Father, has one of your dogs broken its leash? You wretched ingrates! I shall punish you!
Thank you for your help. We barely made it through.
Let us wait here for our allies for a spell.
You believe your wits are a match for mine? Halt the advance. We must wait for the others.
Here it comes.
Before we end this.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. Time to put this base to use in realizing my strategies.
The enemy is very strong. We are being forced back.
Allow me to test your resolve.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Sima Yi, so this is your choice? You will not gain the land by being so hasty.
I would gain nothing by waiting for Lord Cao Cao to die. And if you don't understand that, then be gone. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
I suppose death is something even I cannot overcome.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Now that's how it's done. You inspire us all.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. Time to put this base to use in realizing my strategies.
This one is heroic. I guess I need to pick up the pace.
Let me show you what I've got planned. Start the advance.
Bear the weight of a new age, Sima Yi. Let us see if you are worthy.
If I am worthy, who gives you the right? I shall overcome your pride and make this world my own. The mind shall vanquish the sword, ill worthless. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
There you are! Welcome to your graves!
Ignore them. They are of no relevance. Forward!
Yeah, I'm gonna squash you! I don't want to die.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. You're worthless.
Your brilliant performance makes me feel alive.
Time to put this base to use in realizing my strategies.
Amazing! We will have to display our strength as well.
So, it is not you, Musou. I trust you with that dream, Sima.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. You are the one that showed me this path. I thank you. Now farewell. Just as I anticipated.
Was I nothing more than a means to an end? A doorway by which your talent and ambition could pass, take shape and reach into the land? Then, that is as it must be too. Sima Yi, you must heed my final order. Build a world such as none ever seen before.
Appropriately arrogant to the end. And yet, I shall remember this admonishment of yours without fail. I shall create a world, one that is magnificent. A world that you could never have conceived of.
We have silenced most of the rebels. The chaos is nearly over, isn't it, Father? And now the Sima family can rule a peaceful land.
Are you a fool? Zhao, have you learned nothing from your time with me on the battlefield? Being my child, the fact that we share the same bloodline, doesn't make you worthy to rule. You must refine yourself, master your talent, make yourself worthy of governing this land. One who would rule all others must soar higher than those he would rule. Is that not so, my lord Cao Cao?